Welcome to February 17th, 2026. The Singularity is now fielding its own defense contractors. SpaceX and its now wholly owned subsidiary, xAI, are competing in a secretive Pentagon contest to produce voice-controlled autonomous drone swarming technology, part of a $100 million prize challenge. Meanwhile, the Department of War is reportedly threatening to cut all ties with Anthropic and deem it a supply chain risk for attempting to restrict military applications of its models on classified networks. The models keep multiplying. xAI quietly released Grok 4.20 beta with 4-agent reasoning, and society is struggling to price the agents in. Polylog has introduced AI discriminatory pricing, free for humans, $10 per month to add AI agents. In an ironic twist, Ars Technica was forced to apologize for including AI hallucinated quotes in its coverage of the human open-source project maintainer who refused to accept pull requests from an OpenClaw agent, attributing fabricated statements to the human. On the other hand, more sympathetic homeschooling parents are giving OpenClaw full access to 3D printers to compensate for the fact that it can use a computer but lacks physicality. The human attention bottleneck is becoming AI's greatest opportunity. An OpenAI co-author of its recent paper on gluon physics says, AI will do to physics in 2026 what it did to coding in 2025. While another physicist notes the solved problem was really about attention scarcity, since the calculation was long considered an elaborate way of arriving at zero. We are simultaneously decoding how life started and rewriting how long it lasts. Researchers have discovered the first small polymerase, with only 45 nucleotides, capable of self-replication in mildly alkaline eutectic ice, shedding light on the origin of life. And the founder of the Enhanced Games, set for May in Las Vegas, claims the event will solve the cultural problem of an aging Western population by incentivizing health span advances that enable 65-year-olds to run 100-meter sprints in 10 seconds. The intelligence explosion continues to tile the Earth with compute. Adani has announced plans to invest $100 billion in renewable-powered AI data centers across India by 2035, and VCs including Khosla, Excel, and Lightspeed are lining up $300 to $500 million each for India's AI ecosystem. Elsewhere, small English towns are protesting plans to convert farms and forests into server halls. The AI industry's appetite for DRAM is reshaping consumer electronics. Sony is considering delaying its next PlayStation to 2028 or 2029 as memory chip shortages squeeze supply, and refurbished PC sales are climbing 7% across Europe's 5 largest markets as new devices become unaffordable. Against this backdrop, Apple has announced a special event for March 4th where M5-powered MacBooks are expected. Samsung's Galaxy S26 teaser confirms a new OLED privacy display that can selectively black out content when viewed at an angle, and Micron's world-first PCI E6.0 SSD enters mass production at 28 gigabytes per second with liquid cooling support. At the frontier of physics itself, researchers flipped the thermodynamic arrow of time in a crotonic acid molecule, making heat flow from cold to hot, a breakthrough for future thermodynamic computing. The robots are getting faster, more precise, and more coordinated. Chinese firm MirrorMe unveiled Bolt, a humanoid that hit 22 miles per hour during real-world testing, faster than most humans will ever sprint. For the Lunar New Year, Unitree showcased dozens of G1 humanoids performing the world's first fully autonomous robot cluster kung fu routine. Chinese researchers demonstrated Dish, an ultra-rapid holographic 3D printing method that fabricates millimeter-scale objects in 0.6 seconds at 19-micron resolution. And Elon Musk says the pedalless, steeringless cybercab will start production in April. The cultural and economic fabric is being rewoven at machine speed. Deezer reports that 60,000 wholly AI-generated tracks are now being uploaded to its streaming music service per day, roughly 39% of daily intake. A partner at KPMG Australia was fined $7,000 for using AI to cheat on an internal training course about using AI. An investor at Bloomberg Data captures the zeitgeist of planning careers in the middle of the singularity. The window for making the right move is shrinking. Career decisions in tech no longer feel reversible, and every quarter spent in the wrong seat widens a gap that is becoming impossible to close. The only thing accelerating faster than the technology is the cost of standing still.